A very early good morning and welcome to the NROL-192 launch webcast. The Falcon 9 rocket on your screen is currently awaiting liftoff from Space Launch Complex 4 East, or SLC 4E, at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, just about 8 minutes from now. Hello everyone, my name is Zachary Lupin and I'm an avionics supply chain engineer here at SpaceX.
And I'm Annie Tway, a recovery operations engineer here at SpaceX. Today's mission carries a national security payload design built and operated by the National Reconnaissance Office, or NRO. This mission continues the NRO's cutting-edge capability of building and developing the U.S. government's largest satellite constellation in history to deliver critical information that can only be obtained from the vantage point of space.
Now, both the range and vehicle are currently green, and we are on track for an on-time liftoff at 5:25 a.m. Pacific Time. However, if needed, a backup opportunity is available on Sunday, April 13th, starting at 5:03 a.m. Now, as a note, we will not be showing any Stage 2 or payload deployment views at the request of our customer. But there's still a lot to cover, so for now, let's meet our Falcon 9 rocket.
Falcon 9 is a two-stage rocket developed and manufactured by SpaceX, known for its safe, reliable, and cost-effective access to space.
Engine chill has started.
Good call out. Engine chill has started. It is also the first orbital-class rocket capable of reflight. In fact, this will be the 24th flight of the first stage booster supporting this mission. Together, the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy have completed 468 launches overall. Today, the booster will be attempting to land on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which is currently stationed out in the Pacific Ocean.
Now, recovering Falcon 9 boosters for reuse helps to drastically reduce launch costs, helps increase launch frequency, and enables a wide array of new government, commercial, and scientific opportunities in space.
Stage 1, RP1 load is complete.
Good call out there. Lowering the cost of access to space is helping take humanity's next steps into the solar system, whether that be LEO, GEO, interplanetary, or even deep space.
When the costs are lower, government and commercial customers can launch more missions, which helps accelerate development. This also helps commercial satellite and private research customers afford to launch more projects to space, which helps stimulate innovation here on Earth. Missions like SpaceX's transporter and bandwagon rideshare programs help make access to space even more affordable by sharing the cost of a single launch across many customers. Reusability is the key innovation that is making space more accessible for the industry as a whole.
Now back to the mission for today. Both the weather and the vehicle continue to look good for today's launch, just about 5.5 minutes from now. Now, coming up shortly, the Transporter Erector, or TE, will retract away from the Falcon 9 rocket. The TE is the large truss structure you see there next to the vehicle. First, we'll see the clamp arms open around the Falcon 9 second stage, and then the strongback will recline away from the Falcon 9 rocket.
Falcon 9 tanks are pressing for strongback retract.
Good call out there.
The first stage is connected to a launch mount at the base of the TE, but the TE is hinged and will retract away from the vehicle in preparation for launch. You may hear the TE referred to as the
strongback retract has started.
And there you have heard the strongback has retracted, starting to retract. The strongback from the launch does a lot of heavy lifting in the lead up to launch. It is designed to transport, raise, and support Falcon 9 in the launch pad. The TE is also equipped with umbilicals, or flexible lines, that are used to route the vehicle's fluids, power, and telemetry from the ground systems to the rocket and payload until Falcon 9 switches to internal power and clears the pad.
Now, at this point in the countdown, both the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of rocket-grade kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. Both the first and second stages will finish propellant loading about a minute apart from each other, with the first stage finishing up at the T-minus 3 minute mark, and the second stage finishing up at the Now, as you may have noticed, there are white clouds forming around the vehicle. Those clouds are comprised of the chilled gas above the LOX tank that gets vented overboard to maintain pressure in the tank as needed. And when that vented oxygen mixes with the warmer California air, it condenses into the clouds that you see there on your screen. Now, at the T-minus 60-second mark, Falcon 9 will be in startup. This means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers will have taken over the launch countdown. And just inside of T-minus 2 seconds, we'll light the M1...
Stage 1, LOX load is complete.
Good call out there. Just inside T-minus 2 seconds, we'll light the M1D engines for liftoff.
The payload continues to be healthy, and the Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the rocket. And the weather is still looking green, and the range is ready to support our T0 of 5:25 a.m. Pacific time. And with that, we're proceeding into the last minutes of terminal countdown.
Now, the next major milestone coming up will be second stage LOX loading completion on our Falcon 9 rocket. And once we hear that call out, Falcon 9 will be fully loaded with 1 million pounds of fuel and oxidizer. We should be hearing that call out shortly on the nets. At the T-minus 1 minute mark, we will be hearing a call out that Falcon 9 is in startup, and this will mean that the...
Stage 2, LOX load is complete.
And there's that call out for Stage 2 LOX loading completion. At that T-minus 1 minute mark, we should be hearing a call out for Falcon 9 startup, and this is when the vehicle's autonomous flight computers will have taken over the launch countdown. And at the T-minus 45-second mark, we'll hear the final go, no-go.
Ground gas closeouts.
Another good call out there. At the T-minus 45-second mark, we'll hear the final go, no-go from our launch director. In just about 10 seconds from now, we should be hearing that call out that Falcon 9 will be in startup.
Falcon 9 is in startup.
And great call out there. We're just waiting for the launch director to give the final go for today's mission.
LD is go for launch.
At T-minus 40 seconds, all systems are go for the launch of our Falcon 9. So let's sit back and listen in to the final countdown.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ignition. Liftoff of the Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go NROL-192.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
M1D propulsion is nominal.
At T plus 30 seconds and counting, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 4E at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. Now, in case you're just joining us, this is the NROL-192 mission for the National Reconnaissance Office, and we just had an on-time liftoff today at 5:25 a.m. Pacific time.
Avionics, power and telemetry nominal.
Good call out there. Coming up next, the vehicle will be passing through Max Q.
Falcon 9 is supersonic.
The vehicle will be passing through Max Q, which is the point in the mission profile where the vehicle experiences the greatest amount of aerodynamic pressure as it ascends through the Earth's atmosphere.
Max Q.
And there's that call out there for Max Q.
Coming up next, we'll have several events happening in a quick succession, starting with MECO, followed by stage separation and SES-1. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 M1D engines shut down to slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is where the first stage separates from the second stage. Following this, the MVAC engine on the second stage will light, which is called out as Second Stage Start 1, or SES 1.
Now this engine burn lasting...
Stage 2 engine chill.
Good call out there. This engine burn, which will last several minutes, will propel the second stage and the payload to orbit. And in addition to these major events, the fairing halves will separate about 30 seconds after SES-1. So keep an eye out for all of these events coming up in about 20 seconds from now. And as a reminder, we will not have any views of the Falcon 9 second stage or the payload at the request of our customer.
Nico?
Stage separation confirmed.
Stage 2 startup.
And a good series of back-to-back callouts there, which began with MECO, stage separation, and SES-1. Coming up shortly, we should hear a callout for fairing separation, but as a reminder, we will not be showing it on screen. Both payload and fairing halves supporting...
Fairing separation confirmed.
Good callout. Both payload and fairing halves supporting today's missions are also flight proven, with one half flying for its 12th time and the other flying for its second time.
And we'll be attempting to retrieve these fairing halves again today once they fall back to Earth with our recovery vessel, Go Beyond. We're currently at T plus 3 minutes and 20 seconds into today's mission. Now the next major milestone coming up in about 2.5 minutes from now will be the entry burn of the Falcon 9 booster as it continues on its journey towards our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which is currently stationed in the Pacific Ocean. Now to start the entry burn, we will relight 3 of the M1D engines on the booster, which is similar to pumping the brakes to slow down the vehicle as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. We need to slow down the vehicle to reduce re-entry forces, which then helps us recover and reuse the first stage.
During the entry burn, Falcon 9 is decelerating by firing its Merlin engines, but it's still moving really fast. This causes the vehicle to fly through Merlin's exhaust gases, also known as the rocket's plume, which deposits a layer of soot on the vehicle's surface. That soot comes from the carbon-based fuel that Falcon 9 uses, which, with each flight, the soot builds up a little more on the outside of the vehicle. Reusability is key to lowering the cost of spaceflight, which enables more investments in critical space infrastructure. The Falcon 9's first stage that is supporting today's mission is performing this entry burn for the 24th time today. The payloads fairings supporting today's missions were also flight proven. Again, first one flying for its 12th time and the other for its second.
Now we should be hearing that call out for the Falcon 9 first stage entry burn in just under a minute from now. And as a reminder, keep an eye out for the telemetry of the vehicle at the bottom left-hand corner of your screen, showing both the speed and altitude of the rocket. We should be hearing that call out for the Falcon 9 first stage entry burn in just a few moments from now.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
And great call out there for entry burn startup. This burn is set to last about 20 seconds and again is slowing down the vehicle in preparation for its final burn and landing.
Entry burn shutdown.
Another good call out there for entry burn shutdown. Coming up next will be the first stage landing burn, which will start about a minute from now. The Merlin engines on the Falcon 9 first stage are optimized for sea level, and these achieve 190,000 pounds of thrust each during ascent and descent. At
Stage 1 FTS has saved.
Good call out there. At liftoff, Falcon 9's first stage has thrust greater than 5 747 airplanes at full power. Now, the 10th engine on our rocket stack, the MVAC engine, located on the second stage, possesses a much wider nozzle and is optimized to 220,500 pounds of thrust in vacuum. Coming up in about 30 seconds, we should hear that call out for the landing burn of the Falcon 9 first stage. This landing burn is the final...
Stage 1 transonic.
Another good call out there. The landing burn is the...
Stage 2 FTS has saved.
And another good call out. The landing burn is the final burn of the Falcon 9 booster used to reduce the remaining speed of the vehicle for a gentle and precise landing on our drone ship.
Stage 2 is in terminal guidance.
Stage 1 landing burn.
Good call out for landing burn start. We are now waiting for Falcon 9 to land on our drone ship Of Course I Still Love You, which is stationed in the Pacific Ocean.
Landing leg deployed. Stage 1 landing confirmed.
And there you heard a call out for a successful landing of our Falcon 9 rocket. This was the 24th launch and landing of the first stage.
Now, as a reminder, we will not be showing any Stage 2 or deployment views at the request of our customer today. So with that landing of the Falcon 9 booster, we'll be bringing our webcast to a close. We'd like to thank the NRO for entrusting us with today's mission, and we'd also like to thank the Range and FAA for their support.
If you're interested in more launch coverage, be sure to check out spacex.com/launches and follow at SpaceX. And follow SpaceX on